Madam President, thank you again for your time. It seems like since the last time we spoke, the country is deeper in crisis than ever, specifically the ruling party. What's going on? Is it a revolution?
No. It's everything but a revolution. This is a huge, I would say, national movement which has really spread both geographically over the whole country and in all spheres, all segments of the population, with civil disobedience, protests, all forms that we had not seen before, protesting the outrageous decision of a prime minister that was already contested because the elections were contested. So it's twice as outrageous when a government that is not considered legitimate by its population takes a 180% turn from where we stand towards the European integration, towards Russia. So that's what raised this national protest. But it is a protest. It's not a revolution, because the main demand and the only demand that is presented is to return the votes to the people and to replay the elections, because the rigged elections started this whole process. So that is the one and only demand, not anything else, not the overthrow of the government or anything of that kind. And not only that, but there is a very legal way towards the annulation of the previous elections, and that is the Constitutional Court, where I have introduced a plea, and on 3 grounds of constitutional objections, and the Constitutional Court has not been meeting yet. So it has to meet, it has to take a decision, and that would be the most peaceful way out of this political crisis. Of course, we are not sure, because the Constitutional Court, as each and every other institution in this country, except the presidency, is very dependent on the one-party rule. But there is still hope, because we're seeing that the public service, that different parts of the population are taking their destiny in their hands. So one cannot exclude that the judges also would be hit by the grace and get more maybe courage in their hands. We'll see.
Understood. We saw just a couple of hours ago, I think, the first senior law enforcement official from the Interior Ministry saying that he was leaving the structures. What would your message be to people in the judiciary and the law enforcement at this time? Well,
I think it's a question of independence and freedom. It's very important, because that's also peaceful disobedience, which we have not seen in this country. It's very not easy, because all these people know that in the public service you have a guarantee that you don't have as a job, but it's very courageous, it's very brave, and in that way they're showing that not only the young people are protesting on the streets, but there is a very conscious, deliberate protest that is much more political than only what is happening on the streets.
And you would like to see more officials making the same decision, I imagine?
Yeah, but it's not whether I like it or not. I think it's a conscience of this country, and I think genetically this country has a conscience of how to defend its freedom and its independence and its future.
Mm-hmm. In the last hour or two, we've also seen the Baltic countries sanction Mr. Ivanishvili, among several others. I wonder what your message to other Western countries would be.
Other Western countries, and to all Western countries, European in first, but also the Americans, that have by now suspended the strategic partnership. What is very important is we get a clear message, that the clear message is again non-recognition of the elections and support to the new elections, because that is the political way out of this crisis. There is no other political recipe that is known anywhere to go out of this deep crisis with stability and with peace.
One side who do say and have said today that this is a revolution is Moscow. Are you at all worried that Russia may intervene to prop up?
What revolution, you said?
One side that has said that there is a revolution underway in Georgia is Russia. The Kremlin
Yeah,
said this
of course,
today.
they have been much before that.
Sure.
They have been saying that there was 10 attempts for a year or two, attempts to overthrow the government, that they would support, intervene. All of that is the typical hybrid war that they are carrying against Georgia. And that's why it's so important that the qualification of this movement be clearly understood outside of the borders. That here it's not Maidan, it's not revolution, it's not even the Rose Revolution that we've had in the past. It is a very peaceful and very constitutional movement, right in the limits of the Constitution, that is carried through, and those that are outside of the constitutional norms are the power, the ruling party. And including me, I've been criticized because I said that I would remain as the legitimate president. I'm not creating a second power that would be a rival to the official power. I'm just saying what is written in the Constitution, that I'm the president as long as the new president has not been inaugurated. And for a new president to be inaugurated, we need a legitimate parliament that could vote on a legitimate president. So I'm waiting, and I'll be ready. Anytime we have new elections and a new president, I'll of course be ready to see my mandate